Training EVs in PokeMMO is super important for multiple reasons, and nothing is better than getting a random shiny Pokemon while EV training. But what happens after you get the second shiny Pokemon? Are you just gonna keep endlessly farming the same Pokemon for EVs and get multiple of the same shiny? My name is Young Cabbage, and today we are going to be looking at alternate locations to train EVs in PokeMMO to help keep your experience fresh and help you find some cool shiny Pokemon while also avoiding duplicates. Just so we are on the same page, I'm going to be showing you my 3 favorite alternate spots, but keep in mind all of these spots are close enough to a PC, so that way you can heal between Sweet Scents and you don't need Leppas. Also, if you are looking for a specific EV, please feel free to check the timestamps in the description below, and go ahead and jump to the spot in the video where that particular stat is covered. For HP EVs, the most common spot is going to be the 5x Horde Meryl spot in Hoenn. However, my 3 favorite locations are going to be first the Celios spot just here on Route 230 in Sinnoh, just to the right of the fight area, the 5x Horde Dunsparce spot just on the 3 Isle port here in Kanto, and finally here in Unova just outside of Route 10 there's going to be some dark grass. It is going to be a 5x Amoonguss spot. Now I am using a mod that does turn the Amoonguss sprite into a Brute Bonnet sprite, if any of you have played Scarlet and Violet, so keep that in mind. You cannot actually find Brute Bonnet in the game. This is simply just a visual mod that I will cover later this week. Now let's kick things up a notch and switch to attack EVs. Now the most common attack EV trained location is going to be the 5x Horde of Rhydons in the Victory Road of Sinnoh. And starting us off is going to be Route 211 in Sinnoh. That's going to give us a ×5 Horde of Machoke. Up next, we have the 5x Bouffalant Horde here on Route 10 in Unova. These Pokemon have an incredibly underrated shiny, and Bouffalant is just a really cool Pokemon in general. And lastly, we're going to be in the Kanto region on Route 15, going for these Nidorinos. Now, the most common spot to EV train defense in the game is just going to be the 5x Horde of Pelipper's and Undella Bay, very commonly used one, but let's look at a few that I personally enjoy using myself. We're going to start at Pattern Bush, just a little ways away in 6 Island in the Kanto region. This is going to give you a split between Kakuna and Metapod, which both have some awesome shinies. The second one is also going to be in Kanto, just off of Isle 2, and it's going to be a ×5 Horde in the Cape Brink of just Slowbro. And finally, we are going to be looking at the third and final defense EV location, which is also going to be in Kanto. Just inside Victory Road here, it's going to be split between Sandslash and Marowak. Switching gears to the special attack side of things, the most commonly used spot in the game is going to be the Golducks just in Cape Brink in Kanto. I personally hate shiny Golduck. I just don't really like Golduck as a Pokemon. If you breed it down to a Psyduck, it looks amazing, but I'm going to be showing you 3 locations that I much rather prefer than those ugly ducks. And the first spot is going to be in the Johto region. It's just going to be a little bit above Mahogany Town, and it's going to give you a 50% encounter with Girafarig as well as Flaffy. I know when Johto was added to the game, a lot of trainers wanted to get their hands on a shiny Mareep or Ampharos, so this could be your chance to snag that shiny while also EV training some Pokemon. Next is going to be on Route 119, just literally outside the Pokemon Center here in the Hoenn region, and it's going to give you a 100% Gloom encounter. What's cool about this is Gloom does have a split evolution, so even if you got a duplicate Gloom, you could always evolve it into something different. And if any of you are a fan of my Shiny Hunter Side Hustle series, you are going to know this next spot. It is going to be the Heatmore location here on Victory Road in the Unova region. For special defense, Shiny Tentacruel is just in the same boat as Shiny Golduck for me. I hate Tentacruel as a Pokemon, and I really don't like its shiny. So let's look at 3 locations that I think we can all unanimously agree would be better than using Tentacruel. On Route 9 here in the Unova region, we are going to be getting a 100% encounter of Gothorita, which has a really unique shiny. Surfing in Undella Town will get us our next one, which is going to be a ×5 Horde of Mantine. I actually personally really like this shiny, especially as a follower. It's worth checking out. And this last one is going to be in the Icefall Cave in the Kanto region. I do expect to get a lot of backlash for this one, but I do think that Shiny Dugong is better than Shiny Tentacruel by a large margin. Now, Shiny Rapidash is very cool, but let's look at 3 alternative ones that we can hunt for speed EVs. The first I'm going to show you is going to be a 5x Horde of Poliwhirl just here in Blackthorn City. Up next is going to be Lanoon, which has a really cool orange shiny just to the left of Lilycove City. It will be found in ×5 Hordes. And finally, we have the Dream Yard in Unova, where we can find a ×5 horde of Leopard. I love this Pokemon, and its shiny is just as incredible. But what do you guys think about this list? Were there any Pokemon that you EV trained for that were not on the list? Have you gotten a shiny Pokemon while EV training before at all? Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on this video. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, don't forget to subscribe and follow for more PokeMMO content weekly. I do appreciate all the support. Again, I will respond to every single comment. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say, but I just want to bring this quick fun video out for you. Thanks again for watching the Young Cabbage channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.